Everybody, yeah, we have to talk again. So it is Thursday, October 3rd, 2019. Here's the story. Stocks are taking yet another hit right now. But forget the damn stock market for a moment here. What is occurring right now in the debt market should blow your freaking mind. We are talking about a bond buying explosion like you cannot believe. As I am doing this video blog, I mean, there is an epic amount of bond buying going on here. The entire curve is dropping. This is a major safety play. Now, bond yields are dropping all over the world. This should put a perspective on what's happening right before your eyes. Look, I'm getting all excited here, I guess. Maybe excited is the wrong word, but look, this morning, why are stocks getting walloped right now? Why are bonds getting bid up like you cannot believe? Well, we got not one, but two more abysmal rounds of economic news. Look, I don't know another way to put it. You have got to ignore the rhetoric out of the White House, out of individuals that are trying to convince you that what you're seeing is not real. Now, I want to read a few things to you because I want to get it right. I don't want these to be my words. Here, bear with me a moment. Let me do this. All right. What sent the stock market doing what it's doing right now is this ISM services report, which missed the mark and shows that not only is our manufacturing cratering, but our service sector, which was a strength, is also cratering. The market doesn't like that. Now, let's go to the first bad piece of economic news. Here we go. The number of Americans filing applications for unemployment benefits rose last week, and employers are becoming more cautious about hiring workers. Now look, I did a video yesterday where I said you are being eliminated for which you are, in a literal sense. I have been foretelling all of these things to you. And I know if you follow this blog, you get it. And you say, wow, Greg nailed this one. Greg nailed that one too. But look, I'm not a special person at all. I am no smarter than anybody. All I do is study this stuff here around the clock, and maybe that makes me insane, which I'm sure most of you would agree with. But look, you need to start thinking sincerely about how you are positioning yourself for what's coming down the pike. All right, the lies are becoming real. I've explained to you since how long that the lies were going to become real. They're starting to become real now. Now, that does not mean that a maximum effort to prop up this stock market is not going to happen. It is. It is going to happen. Again, the Federal Reserve is about to go beyond nuclear. And it's not just the Federal Reserve. It's every single world central bank. They're doing the same things at the same time. They're owned by the same entities. This should tell you something. You have world leaders, including President Trump, calling for currency devaluation, calling for suppressed rates in the negative. I mean, look how desperate this is. These are acts of desperation to keep this propped up as long as humanly possible, and that means that the lies are going to need to get much larger to attempt to convince the small-minded that what they're seeing is not real. You got it? So anyway, going back to what I was saying, look, please don't be greedy in this market. If you have an investment that makes cash on the long side of this market, what is wrong with pulling those profits? Let me tell you what's wrong with it. Nothing. It is never wrong to pull profits. Never. So if the market just happens to rebound, you can always reallocate those funds again. But if the market drops And I explained this to you at length. In fact, I'm not even going to cover it again in this video. If you have not seen the video that I did yesterday, my post-market wrap-up, where I said you're being eliminated in the title, I would strongly suggest you watch that video more than once. You need to think about how you are not going to lay down and be destroyed in this environment around you. Number freaking one, bet against this debt and become your own central bank. Maybe 1 and 2, I think they're one and the same. We know what world central banks are going to do, including the Fed. They are going to inflate like we have not seen before. They have no choice. Massive rate cuts, a series of them are coming. Dollar devaluation or intervention, as our president keeps talking about. Believe me, take his word for it. If you don't believe Greg Mannarino, believe the President of the United States, okay? How's that? He's telling you that dollar intervention is coming. It is. So you want to be holding dollars in this environment? You need to seek dollar alternatives, people. I don't know another way to put it. Look, you could listen to me. You could listen to Donald Trump. Choose whoever you think is right here. And take action. That's all. All I'm saying is you cannot do nothing. You must act now. Look, to me, all right, and I've been outlining this since time immemorial. I believe with every fiber of my being that we are looking at a worst case scenario on a global scale. And that means the middle class is going to be wiped out. It's already wiped out. There's no real middle class anymore. Middle class people generally are not indebted beyond their eyeballs, struggling to get by, borrowing from their credit cards just to make ends meet. That's not the middle class. All right? Very few people are actual members of the middle class. If you're carrying a debt load, a burden, you're not a member of the middle class. You're struggling to put yourself in the middle class by borrowing, by continuing to support the machine. You gotta figure a way out. You have got to do it. Otherwise, when this thing, understand, if you are borrowing right now just to make ends meet, or you have a heavy debt load, once this thing comes to realization, you are immediately going to fall to the lower rung of the quickly developing two-tier society right before your eyes. Where do you want to be? All right, I don't think you want to be in that lower rung, because we're going to get extreme haves and extreme have-nots. We're going to have a situation where the banks that run the central banks are going to own everything. They're going to dictate your life, and they're going to force you to transact like they always do in their currency. This is why the attack on cryptocurrencies is so great, in my opinion. They want you and need you to be in central bank issued notes. They don't want you to be in a non-central bank issued note and transact in them. This is another reason why you need to be holding hard assets here. Look, no matter what you do, if we are literally staring down the barrel of a worst case scenario, you got to try something. It may not help you. That's the truth here. But you need to be ready. You always have to have the high ground. If you don't have the high ground, you will lose. And you will lose bigger than you can possibly even dream of. So start to think today seriously about your investments, about your job, job security. You need to start honestly sitting down with family members who get it. All right? Because some of them are not. And good. Let them go off on their own tangent. But since you have a few firing brain cells, at least a few, that's all you need to put this together. All you need. You don't even need a whole cluster of them. Sit down. Come up with a strategy for a worst case scenario. Because I cannot imagine that we are not looking at it. I mean, if you just can imagine the desperation around you and the lies, which are going to get worse, just to propagate the illusion, well, that should really put a perspective on a lot of things for you. Anyway, look, I know this video is getting kind of long-winded, but I cannot stress this enough, how much I care about all of you. That's the truth. Believe me, I would not be here if I didn't care. I don't care about being a YouTube star, whatever the hell I am. I'm here for you. You know how many times I think about quitting this? You know how many times I seriously do consider it? And then I get people writing to me, Greg, we need you. I see all the support that I've gotten as of late, and it keeps me inspired. It makes me feel like I'm doing a good job. So, people care about what I'm doing. And that's why I am here. It does cause me a great deal of stress sometimes to get caught up in all this. But I don't know. I think there needs to be a voice of reason out here. And maybe sometimes I get a little hyper. But I'm a passionate guy. I think most of you know that. So it's very difficult for me to kind of control myself sometimes. But I'm not saying anything that is far-fetched or should not make sense to you. And I just want you all to take that away from my videos. Greg is a passionate guy, and maybe he says things in a dramatic way. But when you reflect on what I am saying, and then you look around you, and you say, wow, you know what? Greg has a point. Maybe he's wrong over here, maybe he's a little wrong over there, but overall, maybe Greg is saying things that we should heed. Anyway, I really hope this makes sense to you, and I'm going to ask you again, please share this video. Get it out there as far and wide as you can. Let's make a difference every single day. And that's another reason why I do these video blogs. I want to make a positive difference in the world. And I feel like I am doing that via my nearly 100,000 strong followers worldwide. And that's what I want you to do too. Don't just think about yourself and your immediate family. What can you do to make a positive difference in the world? If you can follow that, believe me, not only will you benefit from it, but you'll cause other people as well to benefit from what you're saying and maybe from what you know. It's just so important. In my book, it is so important. All right, look, I love you. I mean it. I'll see you at the end of the day. I got to get back to work.